Hey everybody, this is Malloy just coming in for an update on how wound hammer and wound weapons in general are doing after this latest rotation of behemoths with Deadeye coming in and his wounding items, all of his armor and weapons having things that synergize with wound. Um, how that has changed the way that this set works and how much stronger this whole setup actually is now because of it. So quickly, I'm just going to take you over my setup. As you can see, I'm using the Rage Hammer, I'm using Pangar's Lantern, and the Pangar chest and head piece. Those are actually, sorry, Frostback pieces. And then I'm using the Deadeye hands and legs. The reason I'm only using these two from the Deadeye set is because I've gotten lucky with some awesome wounding cells. And so I haven't had to use anything else like the actual Deadeye hammer or anything like that. Although I could imagine some other ways that I'd like to switch everything up, this is basically good enough for me right now. So this is what it looks like if you want to see it here on the side. I'm also going to post a link to what the build looks like on the builder for everybody to see if they want to. But you can see I've got the 6 Savagery and I've got the 3 Acidic, and that's basically all that you need to make this set awesome. You can get 2 Savagery from the legs, and you can get 2 or 1 more, sorry, from the hands, and then the rest you're gonna have to supplement with cells. Or other parts of the Deadeye set. So the weapon gives you 2, if you're using a heavy weapon, 2 acidic and 2 savagery, and the headpiece and the chest piece also, I think they give you some sort of wounding and savagery upgrades. And basically, what I've done is I've supplemented this set with knockout cells and damaging cells. So I've got 3 Rage Hunter in my hammer, and I've got 3 Pacifier in my chest piece, and then I've got Knockout to supplement the knockout that comes naturally with the Frostback pieces. So what I wanted to say was basically there's a bit of a misunderstanding that this set is only good for hammers because hammers are not able to break heads on behemoths with horns, and they're not able to break tails. I sort of want to like dispel that misunderstanding like right now as well as I can. Even though hammer is disgusting on behemoths that you can break that you can't break the heads of. If you look at my Rage Tail fight, instead of going for tail this time, knowing that I wouldn't be able to break tail and so the wound would stay up there for as long as it possibly could, instead of doing that, I this time focused on face and leg and found that I was actually able to wound those parts extremely quickly and kill Rage Tail before he even broke a second part. That's to say essentially that this build works perfectly fine, even with weapons that can break all parts. And basically, not only is it like viable for all these weapons, but my Rage Tail speedrun right now is actually like 15 seconds above the nearest like competitor. And that in that fight, I'm not taking advantage of any parts that are unbreakable for hammer. Essentially, this wounding build has the potential to be the best build across every single weapon, and maybe even the best for a Warpike because of the innate wounding in that weapon. I know that this build is like stupid a little bit right now because it's taking advantage of like 2 things: the multiplicative damage stacking and also the buggedness of Pacifier. But I've already come up with some alternate builds that would use Cunning instead of Pacifier, and still probably be disgusting once the multiplicative damage stacking is taken down a notch. Anyways, all that I really wanted to do is let you guys know that this is not just a hammer setup. It's actually something that would be probably worthwhile for any weapon at all. Currently, I'm am trying to conceive of a build that would possibly be better than this or more. But the only one that I've currently seen right now is Whale Sharks, which is an attack speed setup. And I'd really like to see how this setup would work with attack speed. But the sad story is that, of course, I don't have the cells to be able to pull that off. And that's generally like the reason that we all end up with the builds that we have right now anyways. So I hope that with Deadeye being out, some of you guys are able to pull this off. And if you are, please like show me. I want to see if other weapons are able to do the same sort of destruction that Hammer is. So that's everything that I really wanted to say. I hope that that clears up. Only hammers can benefit from this build, and I'm really excited to see what other runs are able to be pulled off once people start putting it into use more often. So yeah, that's everything that I wanted to say, and have a nice day.